Setting the stage. Inclusive recruitment and selection process. Recruitment and selection are the initial stages of the employment cycle. To attract talent, be competitive, and have influence, you need to commit to inclusion. This video will explore ways to include people who are experiencing disability in your talent pool. Module Outcomes. This module will describe inclusive recruiting and selection process, summarize best practices, and provide guidelines for an inclusive recruitment and selection process. The purpose of the recruitment and selection process is to fill a position. Selection tends to focus on education, experience, and finding people who fit the corporate culture. However, existing practices may be discriminatory and contravene human rights and accessibility legislation. Potential barriers to accessibility include inaccessible websites, online job applications, and interviews. Timed evaluations may also create a barrier. Resume scanners may unfairly overlook candidates who have chronic illnesses. Rationale. People who are experiencing disability make up a substantial talent pool that is generally untapped. These candidates have diverse perspectives and qualifications that add value to your team. A diverse talent pool will encourage you to think outside your comfort zone and challenge ideas. It will also attract talent, strengthen your brand, influence your industry peers, and create high-performing teams. What is inclusive recruiting and selection? Inclusive recruiting is the process of attracting, interviewing, selecting, and hiring a diverse set of individuals with different backgrounds, experiences, and opinions. Selection refers to how you decide to hire and how you encourage employees to work. Inclusive recruiting and selection emphasize attitudes, abilities, skills, and personality, not just education and experience. Hiring people who are experiencing a disability requires patience, resilience, adaptability, and growth. Over time, organizations will mature and reshape how they work as a result of inclusive recruiting and selection. To make your recruitment and selection process accessible, start by extending your outreach to include people who are experiencing disability. Connect with the Canadian Association for Supported Employment, a national network of employment specialists who will support you during your hiring and selection process. Create a set of qualifications and guidelines. Offer a variety of application options. Ensure websites, applications, and software are accessible. Reduce personal bias by including more than one interviewer in the hiring process. Your commitment to inclusion and diversity should stand out during every step of the process. An inclusive recruitment and selection policy clearly outlines how staff must act and behave. It needs to adhere to relevant legislation, human rights requirements, and your organization's rules for hiring and recruiting. When creating your policy, you need to review your current practices, identify any challenges, and state the changes you need to make. When writing your policy, you need to state its purpose, who will be responsible for administering it, and its effective date. Your policy should include a list of actions that you want your employees to take. Don't forget, your policy then needs to be added to your larger recruitment policy. For example, an inclusive recruitment and selection policy may be: your organization is committed to an inclusive recruitment and selection process and will seek to attract applicants from diverse backgrounds in a fair and consistent manner. Your organization will notify prospective applicants that accommodations for applicants who are experiencing a disability will be provided on request, and will work with applicants to confidentially put into place the supports they may need. Employers must comply with their jurisdiction's local accessibility legislation. After creating your policy, communicate it to your company and provide staff training. Summary. Inclusive recruiting and selection is the process of attracting, interviewing, selecting, and hiring a diverse set of individuals with different backgrounds, experiences, and opinions. To make your recruitment and selection process accessible, extend your outreach to include people who are experiencing a disability. Connect with CASE to reach out to a supported employment service provider in your area. Create a set of qualifications and guidelines for hiring, and offer a variety of application options to ensure all candidates are included. Creating an inclusive workplace policy requires that you analyze your workplace to determine what is working and what isn't. You need to identify the challenges you face and the relevant laws in your jurisdiction. Delegate someone to administer and implement the policy, and consider adding your policy to your job postings to show your commitment. Visit the case website under Resources. There you will find the toolkit to access further information.